Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. And today I'm going to do a video entitled "I Love Drum Machines," and I do. Nothing. And let me just say this: nothing replaces a live drum, especially on stage. But when you're working on some kind of at-home projects and it's 2 in the morning and your drum is at home, so what do? A drum machine kind of helps, I guess, temporarily stand for a real drummer, because as long as I can remember when I first started playing guitar, I was very intrigued by the drummer. I wanted to be a drummer at one point in time. I wanted to be a good keyboard player, but I had to settle for just being a good guitar player, even though I play those other instruments, but not nearly as good as I play my guitar, and I've always had respect for the drummer because the drummer is the foundation. He holds down the rhythm, because when we rehearse, the bands I'm in, when the drummer's not there, it's like a big piece is missing, he's very important in that circle and within that music link. So I'm going to walk you through, and I can't show you all of them because shit, take about an hour. But I'm going to show you some of the drum machines that I have because I've collected quite a few over the years. And like I mentioned the other day, I went on Guitar Center used website, and I found items that are much cheaper than you would find on eBay, especially Reverb. Reverb, those guys charge like 2-3 times the amount of the Blue Book value of stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But I covered that in the other video, and like I mentioned, I got this for only $10 on Guitar Center's used website. The power supply alone on eBay would cost about $25 for this. I got the power supply and the unit for $10. So if you guys are looking for good deals and your finances it's kind of tight and you don't want to waste any money because nobody does, I highly recommend Guitar Center's used website. I mean, I can find good deals on eBay, but not nearly as good as what I can find on Guitar Center. Now, what I like about Zoom drum machines, or should I say love, whoever's, I guess, in charge of development of these drum machines, they got their pulse on the street. And what I mean by that is they understand what people out there are looking for. Because I mentioned this before, and a lot of the sound modules, the demo songs don't reflect the customers that they're trying to reach. The majority of the demo songs are these jazz fusion songs. I'm like, but the product that they're selling is not a product that the jazz community or jazz fusion community buys. It's guys that do R&B, pop, funk, dance, not jazz fusion. So it's just unfortunately that these people are totally they have no concept of who they're trying to market, But Zoom, they right on point. I mean, this is a real easy drum machine to use. What I love about it is the sounds. I mean, the sounds on this thing records really well to your recorder. I mean, this thing don't let the size fool you. This thing kick. And this thing is less than maybe 2 pounds versus that big old heavy Cayenne P60. You got to take a suitcase to carry it around with you. But I'm not really going to get into the, because that's not what this video is about. This video is about just showing you various drum machines and why I like the ones I have in my collection. But real easy to use. The only thing that I don't like about this versus, and I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go back into this in more detail. This drum machine got to be about 20 years old. It's the Alesis HR16. I still use it to this day. Now, I don't use the sounds because they're quite dated, but I MIDI up this unit to a sound module or another drum machine, and via MIDI I can trigger those other sounds from here. And what I love about this thing is it's extremely user friendly and it's designed to program drums. Not just to create a beat and just have one beat riding throughout your song for 6 minutes. You can actually program it like a drummer would play, as far as crashes, crescendos, my breakdown at this point in the song. And these, you really can't do that much with that because here's the problem with these type of drum machines versus that one. Because again, whoever designed this had that in mind that they want you to be able to program it and play it like a drummer would play. When I design or write a drum program, or should I say pattern in here, And then what I do is normally is I immediately make a copy of that one, because now what I'm going to do with the second one is add crashes and crescendos and things of that nature, or breakdowns with the same rhythm. I just alter it because I created another copy of it instead of trying to replicate it again, instead of just making a copy and just making my necessary uh editing. So what I do is let's say for instance on this drum machine I program a pattern program 1, and then I made a copy of it to program 2. So it's the same again pattern, but I'm adding some variations, which is what drummers do. They don't just for the whole 6 minutes, they don't they add stuff. So when I'm playing pattern 1 and then I hit the next button, it will go into pattern 2 once pattern 1 is finished. And that's important because these drum machines, unfortunately, they don't do that. When I program a beat in number 1, and then I got another program here, and it's actually could be the same one. I copy it over with the crashes and stuff, and once I'm playing pattern 1 and I hit next, it goes straight to next at that given time. It doesn't count it out or finish it out. It jumps, and when it jumps, of course, it doesn't lock. It's out of sync with what you're doing. So this is one thing that I don't like about the new drum machines. I don't know why they just didn't follow the way that Alesis did it, and Akai MPC does that too, where it counts it out. It doesn't jump until it finished the count out, which is something that makes sense. But here, you hit that number 2, boom, it go right into that one. It just jumps into it. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. Now, like I said, I only got this for $10, and I got the blue one. They identical. It's the same drum machine, just a different color. And the reason why I got this because it's only $10, and I was like, hey, I can also, just write programs in both of them, and don't have to worry about, filling up the one specific one with just rhythms. Okay, to me, and I'm about to show you this one. Before I show you this one, I'll kind of give you the rundown on it. Out of all the drum machines that are out there within the last 10 years, I think this is the most important drum machine that has been released. And again, it's Zoom, because Zoom, they on top of it. I mean, they've done their homework. They know who they targeting. They know what these people want. And I went through my Akai MP60 stage, and I was like, to me personally, this is just an overpriced rhythm sampler. It does a good job, but it's like, it's extremely big. You keep got to load in each individual sound, because a lot of times when I'm working on the song with that thing, it would take me 20 minutes just for the drum setup, because I got to load all these discs in, each individual disc. And I've never ran into this problem because I guess I didn't use Maz as much, or I didn't abuse it. A lot of people tell me that the disc drive goes out after all that loading disc every time you just want one drum kit for one track. And then people started using the SCSI drive, loading it up that way. And it got to the point I said, it's just too much of a hassle for me to be loading and loading. I'm like, I want all my stuff in there already, and I just pull it up when I need it. And then I can customize the drum kit so I can come back to it, and everything in the kit is there for me. So without any further ado, it's the Zoom Street Box. I mean, this to me is like a mini Akai MP60, because a lot of the sounds in here, and it's like over 546 sounds. They are R&B, drum sounds, patches, the stuff that you hear in these R&B tunes, because a lot of drum machines have like that pop thing going. It's like, I can't do pop. I don't want my drum kit to be a pop kit when I'm trying to do some R&B hip hop stuff. You want to get the right cast for the right job. So I swear by this one now. Again, I'm not in love with the programmability as far as like with my Alesis. My Alesis, I can just lay out everything in my program. So a lot of times what I do is I just trigger these sounds from the Alesis. But if it's just a beat that's not extremely complicated, I'll create it in here. But you have to sometime make some adjustments to get it the way you want, because it's like, okay, this one got the sounds that I like, but this one got the programmability that I need. So sometimes you got to link them up. And again, this is basically for R&B, hip hop, techno too. And here's another drum machine that's identical. And look, in identical, everything else with the exception of sounds. Now this one is more or less geared for pop, techno stuff. That kind of groove. So again, they made two different drum machines for two different styles of music. Because again, a lot of drum machine companies, they just give you one. Just try to do everything with this one. When you can, it's limited as far as the drum patches. So Zoom is very on it as far as we know what you need, and this is what we're going to give you because it's going to work for you. So again, this is a awesome drum machine, and both of these are discontinued now. So it's very hard to find this one. Because I bought a backup, and it came last week and wasn't working, so I sent it back. But I'm looking for another one. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up with this one. This is another Zoom 234. And I didn't mention that. The silver one is the silver one is the Streetbox SB246. The black one, which is identical to it other than the sounds are different, is the Zoom Rhythm Track RT223. And this one again is the Zoom Rhythm Track 234. And this one got really nice sounds too. Again, all three of these drum machines I showed you, actually all four of the Zoom drum machines, they got different sound patches. They're not just the same sound wrapped in the new package, but the same old sounds. And I got this one like I think maybe $40 off of eBay, and this normally goes for about $140 right now on eBay, and definitely on Reverb it's about $100 some. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Just basically kind of want to show you some of the rhythm machines that I have and their function and their purpose. Again, I still write my programs in here. I can't get around it because there has not been a drum machine that I've personally worked with that has the same type of programmability and for user friendly. Because Alesis stuff is extremely user friendly. Because I remember when I was at the height of writing my songs and I was using this, there was no drum machine that even came close to the programmability and the sounds at the time, but they sounds became quite dated quite quickly. So, but again, I still use this to write drum programs because I've yet to find anything that comes even close to how quick and easy you can write these programs. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.